Hey, I'm Candace Scalise, and you're watching 21 Next. I'm here live in the control room at the CBS 21 News studio in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And we got an update and a development on a case today where 3 police officers were shot and killed. 2 officers were injured. So the new information coming out today is that one of those officers who was injured has been released from the hospital. He was with the Northern York County Regional Police Department along with the 3 other officers who were killed. So the memorial has grown over the past week. Their funerals were yesterday. Just a very tragic story. There is still a lieutenant with the York County Sheriff's Office who is still hospitalized. And so he is still recovering in satisfactory condition. So there's a little background about what's going on in this story. This is what we got our hands on today. Okay, so this is an affidavit. It's basically an application for a search warrant for the shooter, 24-year-old Matthew Rush, I believe his last name is. Let me double check that. Matthew Ruth. So when you're seeing some video pop up as I'm talking about this, you're going to see some quotes possibly talking about the officers and everything that they gave to this community. None of that video is going to be about the suspect and the shooter in this case, but that's what we're going to talk about because we found a lot of new information here. So let's just get straight into it. We got this today. This was an application for a search warrant, okay? It was authorized by Detective Mark Baker. He was one of the officers who was shot and killed in an ambush on September 17th. This search warrant application was applied for at 10:45 a.m. on September 17th. The ambush happened a few hours later around 2:15 p.m. So what did we learn in here? One thing that we learned that was brand new information was that the shooter here, Matthew Ruth, had handcuffs in a box in his truck. Authorities were able to get their hands on his truck and seize it, and they found handcuffs inside of it. Now, the shootout happened here at this home where you can see some drone video here. Everything started around 11:30 p.m. on September 16th. That was a Tuesday night. There was a woman and her mother inside the home, and they called police. And it says right here that they saw a man on their property with binoculars looking into their window. He was wearing camouflage, and he was in a cornfield, and they saw him clearly through a trail camera and then standing in her driveway. Okay. His name is Matthew Ruth. He is from Hanover. This all happened on Har Road, though, in York County. So then it goes on to say in this document that a month previously, there was this woman's truck was set on fire in her driveway on August 20th. And she thought it could be Ruth, who is actually her ex-boyfriend, but she had no evidence of that. That's when she put up the camera, which is how she was able to see this guy through her camera, that he was lurking around her home. So they call police. They're concerned. Police come out to investigate. They talk with the ex-girlfriend and with her mom. This ex-girlfriend and this guy, Matthew Ruth, only dated for like 2 weeks before she called it off. So her friend says they started dating, lasted 2 weeks, she called it off, right? So already you're like, okay, this is weird. So police go there. She tells them about the fire on August 20th. She tells police, I saw this guy in the cornfield. He's using binoculars, looking through our home. He's in our driveway. Police take a closer look at that video, that same video. They realize that he is wearing a AR-15 gun and using a scope to look at them. So they start searching for him. They basically put out search warrants. They try to find him. They go to his house in Hanover. His mom says he's not there. Another police department, Penn Township, says, yeah, we've had trouble with this guy before, and his mom seems to always cover for him. They continue looking for him. That's when they get his car. And inside that car, they find the box with his home address, and they find those 2 handcuffs with 3 keys. So one of the keys is missing. They find a receipt for that. So then as they're continuing to search for this guy into the next day, so it's Tuesday night into Wednesday, they have a warrant out. And what they're asking in this warrant is for access to any firearms or ammunition, cellular devices, owned or possessed by Matthew Ruth. So they were trying to track his location and figure out, like, had he been stalking this family. Any spotting scope device, as they saw in the video, and then receipts for any items seized to prove ownership of the seized property. So, they have this search warrant. They're going to find the guy. They get to the property of the ex-girlfriend's house around 2:15 Wednesday morning. Okay. So Detective Matthew Detective Mark Baker ends up signing this search warrant at 10:45 a.m. They go looking for this guy, Matthew Ruth. They go to the house where he was last spotted, apparently stalking this family. They get there and the door's ajar. The 3 police officers with the Northern York County Regional Police Department go in. All 3 are shot. They're ambushed and they die. And then another officer with the Northern York County Regional Police Office and the Sheriff's Office are both shot and are going to survive. But all of this happened in a time frame of like less than 24 hours. And so today we're just getting a better idea of that timeline of how everything transpired, with all the information about the fire on August 20th. And then with the suspect in the cornfield, he used an AR-15 rifle to kill the officers. The officer's funeral was just yesterday. It was very moving, very sad. There were moments of joy where you were laughing at the personality of these guys. Incredible men. But it's just very telling to see this information today and to get our hands on it. So we have a lot more information about this search warrant itself, about Matthew Ruth, the suspect here. We haven't talked a lot about him because we've really been focusing on the officers and honoring them. But we do have more information about him. We have not seen a photo, though. Like, police are not releasing a photo of him. He was shot and killed during the ambush that he initiated. And so we're just learning a little bit more about what led up to that and the tragedy that unfolded on September 17th. So we have a lot more on our YouTube page at CBS 21. We also have more information on our website at cbs21.com. And in addition to that, we have the full funeral. If you want to watch it, it's very moving. That is also on our website and on our YouTube page as well.